Hello everyone, I am Professor Shamal Patil. In our first class, we discussed about the syllabus of management accounting. Today, we'll start our first unit, that is Introduction to Management Accounting. In today's class, we are going to discuss introduction, meaning, definition, and origin of management accounting. As all of us we know that due to industrial and technical revolution, there has been a remarkable change in the business methods and system in recent past, which means that the way of doing the business has completely changed because of so many factors or because of so many reasons. The management of a business organizations has to face many complicated business situations because of the impact of advanced technology, large scale production, cutthroat competition, and expansion of a market globally, automation, and so on. And the solution to these problems are possible only through the application of scientific techniques. And these scientific techniques have been developed into management accounting. Now, let us understand what do you mean by management accounting. Management accounting is of recent development or recent origin. It consists of two words, management and accounting. Management means it is the art of getting things done by others. Or we may also say that management is the art of or it is a technique of managing the work systematically and scientifically to achieve the objective of an organization. Next one is accounting. Accounting is the process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information to management and outsiders. Accounting is also considered as language of a business, which means that whatever activities happening in the organization throughout the year will get to know about these activities with the help of accounting or the information presented by the accounting department in the financial statements. Accounting has three branches. It has three main branches. First one, financial accounting. Financial accounting is the process of preparing financial statements that companies use to show their financial performance and position to the people outside the company, which includes investors, suppliers, creditors, and customers. So these are the various stakeholders, that is investor, creditors, and customers are the stakeholders of the company. So they will be interested in the financial information about the companies, and they will get the information with the help of financial statements. These financial statements will provide the information regarding profitability position of the company as well as financial position of the company at the end of financial year. But this financial accounting is not sufficient to provide proper information to the management because it has got some limitations. Which are those limitations we'll discuss here one by one. First one is financial accounting provide collective information, which means that the data or information provided by the financial accounting is in collective form. No specification or classification of information available in the financial statement provided by the financial accounting. Therefore, management will not get to know the clear idea about a particular department or the performance of a particular department with the help of financial statements. Second one is historical in nature, which means that financial accounting is in historical in nature. It records the transactions throughout the year, and at the end of the year, financial statements will be prepared, and it is presented to the management. Therefore, the data or information provided by the financial accounting is of old or historical in nature, so immediate action will not be taken based upon the data provided by the financial accounting. Next one, expenses are not properly classified, which means that, as I said in first point, that it provides collective information, so there will be no specification or classification of the cost or expenses incurred by the company, which means that management will not get to know how much direct expenses company has incurred, how much indirect expenses companies has incurred. So decision regarding controlling those expenses will not be possible with the help of data provided in financial accounting. Next one, it fails to help in cost reduction, as immediate action will not be taken because of the delay in providing financial information by the financial accounting. So it manager fails to do the reduction of a cost of production. Next one, materials and supplies are not properly controlled, as there is no proper techniques of inventory management or inventory system in the financial accounting. So the materials have been not properly recorded and controlled. So because of this reason, we may say that materials and supplies are not properly controlled with the help of financial accounting. And next one, it fails to provide cost information in price fixation. Price of the product will be fixed taking into the consideration the cost of production and the profit margin. If the cost of production information is not available, in such cases it becomes difficult for fixation of the price of the product. And the last one, it fails to provide information for appraisal and comparison to the management, which means that we cannot easily make the comparison of a financial statement provided by the financial accounting. So these are the limitations faced by the financial accounting. Financial accounting was not sufficient to provide detailed information to the management regarding cost of the production. Therefore, there was a need to introduce new account which provide them a detailed information regarding cost of production. And therefore, this new account is introduced, which is cost accounting. This is the second branch of accounting. Cost accounting means a systematic set of procedure for recording and reporting measurements of the cost of manufacturing goods and performing services in the aggregate and in detail. It includes methods for recognizing, classifying, allocating, aggregating and reporting such cost and comparing them with the standard cost. This accounting not only provide us like how much cost incurred by the organization for producing one unit or producing one job, it also gives the methods for calculating or aggregating various costs incurred by the company in manufacturing those goods and job. But even this cost accounting is not sufficient to provide proper information to the management because of so many limitations faced by the or suffered by the cost accounting. The first limitation faced by cost accounting is absence of ready-made system. In cost accounting, there is no proper rule for ascertaining cost because there are so many different techniques are techniques have been adopted by the cost manager, so due to which there will be no proper system adopted or available in preparation of a cost sheet. Next one, next limitation is cost differences. As there will be a lack of conceptual uniformity and different techniques and methods have been used to find out cost of the production and various costs, therefore whatever cost find out with the help of cost accounting, there will be variations because of the different methods, because of the different methods, because of the different methods of classification of expenses, different method of pricing, different method of payment and wages. So because of all such reasons, there will be variation in the cost find out by the cost accounting. Next one, ignorance of futuristic situation. Cost accounting does not consider into futuristic situation because it completely depends upon the historical data. Next limitation is cost data have no usefulness in themselves, which means that if the immediate action is not been taken on the data provided by the cost accounting, in such cases that data or information will not have any meaning. It becomes useless, because if the action will not be taken, there is no use of giving such information to the management. And the next one, it is not true or exact cost because of so many above reasons, like absence of ready-made system, or because of cost differences. Whatever cost find out by the accounting cost accounting, it cannot be sure whether it is true, or it exact cost will not be find out because of the variations in different methods of pricing and expenses. So these are the limitations faced by the cost accounting, and to overcome from these limitations faced by cost accounting as well as financial accounting, management was in need to introduce one such account which will provide them a detailed and proper information for their decision making process, and therefore this new accounting is introduced. The name is management accounting. As I said, management accounting is been introduced because of failure of cost accounting and financial accounting. Therefore, we may say that it is a recent development. It refers to accounting for management, which means that it is a kind of branch of account which provide detailed and systematic information to the management for assisting them discharging their various functions like planning, organizing, directing, controlling, etc. is called as management accounting. We'll discuss some definitions given over here of management accounting. According to Robert Anthony, management accounting is concerned with accounting information that is useful to the management, which means that according to him, any such information provided by the accounting department which can be useful to the management, such accounting is called as a management accounting. And according to Institute of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales, management accounting is any form of accounting which enables a business to be conducted more efficiently and can be regarded as management accounting. Here is one more definition. According to Brown and Howard, management accounting means the essential aim of management accounting should be to assist management in decision making. So, in short, I can say that this is the kind of accounting which assists the management in performing efficiently is called as management accounting, or to perform their various functions that they need one systematic tool which provide a proper information is called as a management accounting. Next one, we'll see when this management accounting has been introduced. As I already mentioned, management accounting is of recent development. It was first used by British team of accountants that visited the USA during the year 1950 under the sponsorship of the Anglo-American Productivity Council. This management accounting has got lot of importance, especially after 1980s, the 1980, which means when the industrial revolution has been taken place, and due to industrial revolution there is a scope, there is increase in the production, that is large scale production, diversified production, and due to which managing business organization becomes very complicated task, and there was a need to there was a need of getting proper information from the various departments by which management can prepare their strategies, management can take the proper decision, and therefore this accounting is being introduced. So here we conclude our today's class. In today's class we discussed about meaning of management accounting, like what you mean by accounting, what are the branches of accounting, what are the limitations of financial accounting, limitations of cost accounting, and how the management accounting has been introduced. In next class we will be discussing about scope and objectives of management accounting. Thank you.